X-Men Days of Future Past. Yes, I do own the theatrical and the road cut because this movie is too good to own just one copy of it. Welcome to the end of my X-Men series reviews leading up to X-Men Apocalypse, which is less than a week away. Can't wait for that movie to come out. And now let's get started with the second film in the new X-Men trilogy that brought us one of the greatest things that made the other two X-Men films great. Bryan Singer coming back in this film was such a dream come true. He directed the first X-Men and X-Men 2. Now he's finally back to direct the awesomeness that is X-Men Days of Future Past. So in this film, in the apocalyptic future, Sentinels has completely wiped out most of the mutants. So the X-Men and Magneto team up together to save the future and the past by sending Wolverine back to the 70s to change the past and the future from Misty killing Peter Dinklage, I forgot his character's name, and reuniting young Xavier and young Magneto so they can help each other to stop all that good stuff. And this movie, it's just great. This movie is freaking awesome. I'm glad Bryan Singer is back in the X-Men franchise, and basically this film is basically, even though I loved X-Men First Class, this film is basically a love letter to any of the X-Men fans who were just so disappointed by Origins and Last Stand. And good thing is, those films no longer exist in the timeline. So yeah, Bryan Singer completely erased the timelines for X-Men Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine. And thank God, he did it very well. Now, you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about continuity errors in the X-Men franchise. Bryan Singer just completely cleaned all that up for you. If you hate X-Men The Last Stand, and if you hate X-Men Origins Wolverine, like I do, you'll be very satisfied. But if you're one of those fans of those two films, I don't know who are, you will be disappointed because those films no longer exist. But us X-Men fans who hated those two films, we love it. X-Men Days of Future Past is the best X-Men film we had since X-Men 2. I had a blast when I first saw this movie in the theaters. It's still great till this day. I actually watched the movie the other night, and I gotta tell you, I was never bored by any scene in this entire film. Now, of course, even though I did my reviews of the other X-Men films, the first X-Men wasn't really a great film. It was a pretty good start to the X-Men franchise, but what it was trying to do and what it was trying to be, it's pretty good. Of course, X-Men 2 was the best film in the series until this movie came out. X-Men First Class was a breath of fresh air. And last but not least, The Wolverine, which was a decent film. Wasn't really great, but it's not that bad. It's pretty okay. But this film completely craps on X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Origins. And Bryan Singer knew what he was doing when he made this film. And it's like, you know what? This is my franchise, and I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to listen to the fans. And you know what? Screw those other two films. They suck. And thank you, Bryan Singer. Thank you so much for crapping on those other two films. Thank you so much. Bryan Singer just combined the cast of the original trilogy and the cast of X-Men First Class, and it feels right. It doesn't feel forced, and it doesn't feel like, okay, we combine the old cast and the new cast in this one film. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like they try to hammer it in. It feels right. It feels exactly right. John Ottman and Bryan Singer brought the theme back from X-Men 2. When they played that theme, my head just exploded. It's like, holy crap, they're playing the X-Men 2 theme. Bryan Singer knew what he was doing when he first was making this movie. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's what I'm saying. Bryan Singer basically, this is his franchise. This is his franchise. He started off with a good film, X-Men, then an amazing film, X-Men 2. He left, unfortunately, for Superman Returns. He couldn't direct X-Men 3. You know, Superman Returns was a pretty good movie, but I already did a review for that. But he came back with an awesome film, X-Men Days of Future Past. And really, thank you. I already said it before, but thank you, Bryan Singer. No, Wolverine plays a major part in this film, but this is the only X-Men film with Wolverine in it, besides X-Men First Class, because that was a cameo, that doesn't feel like Wolverine in the game. Because let's be honest, whether you love or hate the original X-Men trilogy, they're pretty much Wolverine-centered films. They actually focus more on Wolverine than the actual X-Men team, which I'm kind of glad that they did that in this film. They focus on other characters instead of Wolverine, like Mystique, who plays a very, very, very major part in this film. Jennifer Lawrence does a great job in this film. She improved herself over X-Men First Class as far as her makeup design. Speaking of makeup design, Beast, thank God, they improved his makeup design in this film than that Thundercat looking thing in X-Men First Class. What was up with that? He looks freaking great in this film. That's actually my favorite design of the Beast on screen since X-Men The Last Stand. And really, this film was everything. This film was everything. Quicksilver in this film, honestly, was the best character in this entire film. That scene, where it's all the slow motion, messing everybody up in the kitchen, that was the best scene in the entire film. He stole the show in this joint. And I'm sorry, Aaron Taylor Johnson, you could do better as Quicksilver. Also, by the end of the movie, since the future is saved, Mystique didn't kill Peter Dinklage. The future is saved, it's changed. Everything also back to normal. You can also get to see Jean Grey and Cyclops back. And that right there is a big middle finger to X-Men The Last Stand. So, Brett Ratner, you get the middle finger to us X-Men fans with that movie. We get the middle finger back to you. So karma, Brett Ratner. Thank you. Thank you, Bryan Singer, again for bringing those two wonderful characters back. Thank you. And now we get to see them again in Apocalypse, which I can't wait. X-Men Days of Future Past is my favorite film in this franchise. It shows you how awesome this franchise is from the beginning, and it's still awesome now. And Bryan Singer knew what he was doing with this film. As a movie, it succeeds, and as a comic book movie, it succeeds. And with all that being said, let's get to the grade for this film. I'm gonna give X-Men Days of Future Past an A+. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will be back with my review of the terrible Turtles film, the Michael Bay 2014 reboot. So stay for this rant, because yes, this is going to be a rant. Don't expect a positive review of this film. This is going to be a rant. But anyways, what do you think of X-Men Days of Future Past in the comment section down below? And of course, if you're new to my channel and you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.